Hello everyone, I am Snehal Bujade, Faculty of Computer Technology Department from Priyadarshini College of Engineering, Nagpur. Today I am giving you short introduction about Advanced Web Technology subject. In that we learn why should we learn this subject, what are the objective of this subject, what are the application of the subject in real world, content with the syllabus of the subject, COs with the subject and other information related to subject. So first one is your name of subject is Advanced Web Technology and subject code is BTCT 605T-2. You have read or learned the subject AWT in semester 6, that is web technology. It is just about HTML, XML, introduction to Java, introduction to JSP, introduction to servlet, introduction to PHP. This is all about subject. Next one is why should we learn this subject? Web technology is just an advanced version of advanced web technology. So in advanced technology, you have learned HTML, a simple HTML programming language. But in advanced web technology, you are able to learn how to make a proper website. Next is what is the objective of this subject? Basically, you know that website is a collection of web page. So when we complete our all COs, we are able to learn how to develop or how to create a web page. So when we make 2 or 3 page and link this web page together, this is called website. Coming to next is utility of the subject. Web development refer to the building, creating and maintaining of website. It includes aspects such as web designing, web publishing, web programming and database management. It is the creation of an application that work over internet, that is website. Coming to the next is the application of the subject in real world of work. Advanced web technology is a critical application area for computer science. Many of the largest technology companies maintain large-scale web application providing services such as social media, search, advertising, and video audio streaming. Next is it allow the user to communicate with the organization or company by using the online form, online forum, shopping cart, content management system, and much more. Apart from that, the web application also allow it user to create document, share them, or share the data and information. Coming to our next is a syllabus. Syllabus of the subject AWT is with the unit 1 we have HTML. HTML is nothing but the hypertext markup language. HTML is a standard markup language for creating web pages. HTML describes the structure of web page. HTML element tell the browser how to develop, how to display the content. Nowadays, our daily life is related to the website. If you want to purchase a product, we will go to the web shopping website. If you want to watch a movie, you need to visit to book website. So in order to create the website, the basic need and the basic requirement is HTML. Next point is a common tag. In unit number 1, you learn in common tag there are 2 tags in HTML, that is the container tag and empty tag. We will discuss in the unit number 1. Next is a list. List is nothing but the means list allow the web developer to group a set of related atom in a list. There are 2 types of list, ordered list and unordered list. In next one is a table. With the help of table we can create a table like a exam timetable, or we can create a class timetable with the help of rows and column. In that we learn uh, how to create rows and column with the help of HTML tag. Next is a image. The image tag is used to embed an image in an HTML page. Next is frames. The frame tag is used to create HTML form for user input. Next topic is CSS, that is a cascading style sheet. CSS is a style sheet language used for describing the presentation of document written in markup language such as HTML or XML. Next topic is XML, that is a extensible markup language. In that we learn introduction to XML, defining XML tag, their attribute and value, document type definition, then XML schema. Schema is nothing but the overall representation of XML. Then we learn document object model. In that we learn parsing technique. After that we learn XHTML, that is the extensible hypertext markup language. Then we learn SAC parser in Java. In short, XML, with the help of this subpoint, we learn how to transport the data or store the data. With Unit 2, we have client-side scripting. In that, we learn introduction to JavaScript language. JavaScript is a cross-platform object-oriented scripting language used to make web page interactive. Example having complex animation, clickable button, pop-up menu, etc. In that we learn declaring variable, scope of variable, function, event handler, document object model, and form validation. Next is unit number 3. With unit number 3, we have an introduction to servlet. Servlet is basically a Java file which can take the request from the client on the internet, and it can process that request. It can provide you response in the format of HTML page. In that we'll learn common gateway interface, life cycle of servlet, deploying servlet, the servlet API, reading servlet parameter, reading initialization parameter, handling HTTP request and response, using cookies and session, then connecting to database using JDBC. Next is a unit number 4. With the unit number 4, we have introduction to JSP, that is a Java server page. It is a server-side technology. It is used for creating web application. It is used to create a dynamic web content. In that we learn anatomy of JSP page, JSP processing, declaration, directives, expression, code snipped. Code snipped is a programming term for a small region of reusable source code, nothing more than that. Next topic is a implicit object. JSP implicit objects are also called a predefined variable. There are 9 implicit objects that the JSP support. That is request, response, out, session, application, config, page context, and then the page exception, etc. Then we learn using beans in JSP page, using cookies and session for session tracking, connecting to database in JSP. Next is unit number 5. In unit number 5, we have introduction to PHP. Getting started with PHP, learn how PHP is used in a modern web development to create dynamic web page for visitor. PHP is a server-side scripting language that is widely used for web development and a business application. The open source tool and a high running speed make a PHP one of the most preferable language for creating information, interactive website and a web application. In that we learn declaring variable, data types, array, string, operation, expression, control structure, then reading, writing, appending, deleting. Then we learn executing simple queries. Next is course outcome. So in this we are going to discuss what is COs. COs basically stand for course outcome. It is just like an abstract, or you can say that abstract of your syllabus. So as per the syllabus, the course outcomes are from unit number 1, students should be able to understand the knowledge of HTML, XML and CSS. From unit number 2, students should be able to understand client-side scripting with JavaScript. From unit number 3, students should be able to understand the concept of servlet. From unit number 4, students should be able to understand concept of JSP. From unit number 5, students should be able to understand scripting language PHP. Next is this is all about your COs. Basically, there are 5 COs which we are going to discuss in our syllabus. Coming to our next is the books. The following books are required for the this subject, that is web technology and complete reference PHP. Other than the textbooks, the following are the reference book for the subject, that is a web programming, building internet application, then Java server page, JavaScript being web programming, then a programming World Wide Web, internet and World Wide Web. Coming toward the next, okay, so I hope it is clear to all of you about subject. Thank you.